Next up at UFC Nashville, we have Nate the Train taking on Morgan Charriere. Nate the Train Landwehr, 3-2 in his last 5 years, coming off that finish loss to the Korean Superboy. Taking on Morgan Charriere, also 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming off a decision loss to Nathaniel Wood. This is a tricky fight to break down, and I don't normally care about flags. And you know what? I'm going to care about flags a little bit here because...
Oh, this is the Omar Sy.
The French have been letting us down. It's not just Omar Sy. Kevin Josset let us down.
They showed up and helped us win the revolution.
William Gomez let us down.
You're speaking non-British English right now because of the French.
Well, thanks for that. Gonna need you to step it up on this side.
And you love baguettes. Because you're a...
I do love... Oh, you know what my favorite movie?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I got that. My favorite... Speaking of, by Nebraska Furniture Mart in the Colony in Texas, there's a place called Bread Zeppelin where they take a French baguette, they run it through a toaster, then they suck out the middle and they put a whole ass salad inside of it, and then you eat the salad in the sandwich. It's unbelievable.
We've talked about that I don't know how many times.
You mentioned
an ungodly amount of times.
Bang. I know. And we have new viewers every week. Listen, my concern with this fight is that Morgan is the better. He's just the better fighter, right? He's faster. He's more powerful. He's more technical. He has better striking. Morgan is the better fighter everywhere. Every single aspect of MMA. Morgan is the better fighter. But he doesn't have that good old American grit and determination. And that's where Nate Landwehr comes in. This guy's a wild man. He's just American. He is every stereotype that other countries have of America except fat. All the others, he's wild. He's aggressive. He's violent for no reason.
And just so, I just want to... Hold on a second. Because I want to make sure that we're really clear on this. That you are talking about a good old boy, white guy beating this black gentleman, but it's because he's French, not because he's black.
I'm picking Morgan to win. I've picked Morgan to win in 2 previous videos, and I'm picking him to win here. I was going on to say Morgan is a better MMA fighter across the board, but Nate Landwehr is an animal. He's just an animal. And if you said, Angelo, what's Nate better at than Morgan? Not skill-wise, there's nothing. If they were a video game and every skill had a bar, there's not one bar of Nate's that's farther. Except he is just an animal, and he comes forward like an animal, and he'll fight like an animal. But watching him get finished by Doo Ho Choi, it's like, all right, he's probably gotten to the point in his career where just being insanely grinding and tough has meet it's at the max. It's at the limit. Morgan should win this fight. He's a better fighter across the board. My one and only concern is the French have been letting us down because they don't have what Nate Landwehr has, just the willingness to engage in a fight for no fucking reason whatsoever. We are aggressive people. Australians are aggressive people because that was like a prison for the UK. For like, there are certain
Australians are like the most laid-back people. Jack Della Maddalena is like the most laid-back guy in the world.
They were built off of aggression because they were quite literally a floating prison or a continent of a prison. And so generations
Where do you learn your history?
I'm going to look this up while you're talking. I'm going to fucking shove it down your throat like a glizzy. The reality is Nate Landwehr is tough. He will grind. He'll fight as hard as he can, but Morgan is the better fighter across the board. Morgan is going to be the pick. I just wish we were getting Morgan at some better odds here because I did watch him get dropped by itty-bitty Nathaniel Wood in his last fight, but Morgan's the pick, and I'm pretty confident in that. What do you think, Jacob?
Okay. Nate Landwehr against Ludwig Kline, plus 300.
The British were sending people to Australia that were supposed to be prisoners from 1788 to 1868.
Nate Landwehr.
Oh, shit.
Against David Onama. Look at that big-ass bag. Oh, my God. Look at that big-ass fucking bag. Holy shit. Did you see the fucking size of that thing? Did you see the waddle on that thing? Have you ever watched Planet Earth and watched the fucking king penguins waddling around Antarctica? Just fucking... And then all of a sudden you see that big-ass motherfucker that big ass fucking king penguin. Like, you think these are big penguins? And then you see that pig, you're like, oh my God. Look at the size of that fucking waddling fucking penguin. Just fucking side to side. Most of them are here nice and tight with the water. Watch when he comes back. Hey, you guy! Nate Landwehr against Jamal Emmers plus 375. This guy has built millionaires off of being an underdog in the UFC. And now you're telling me that we got this guy Morgan Charriere, the Frenchie, that, by the way, has never won a UFC fight outside of fucking Paris, came in.
Wait, is that true?
No, I'm just fucking making shit up, Angelo.
Well,
came into the fucking Vegas Apex against my lock of the week, Cheppy. Similar skill set, but a little bit more refined than Nate Landwehr. Got fucking smoked. People are being like, oh my God, Morgan won that fight. What fucking world, people? Cheppy out-controlled him over half the first round, outlanded him in the first round, outstruck him 23-6 in the third round, smoked this fucking guy. Then, who was on Morgan going into that Nathaniel Wood fight? Very high on Morgan. My retard ass. Because I said this guy is big, he's powerful, Wood's a little bit chinny. Guess who got sat down? Morgan Charriere. Guess who fucking froze in that fight after getting sat down? Morgan fucking Charriere. Now you got this guy, the Frenchie, coming into the hometown of Nate the Train, a Tennessee boy fighting in Tennessee for the heart of America a week after the 4th of fucking July. What's this guy Morgan Charriere gonna do when halfway through the first fucking round, Nate Landwehr's in this fucking dude's face, walking him down, and he starts hearing, USA, 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 USA. This guy's gonna shit his fucking pants and piss all over that fucking octagon. And this guy, Nate Landwehr's gonna get so juiced up, smiling, might even come out with a Hulk Hogan razor blade, cut his own fucking eyebrow, start smearing his fucking blood around his face, walking this guy down. This guy can't match the pace, pressure, tenacity, or American spirit that Nate the fucking Train Landwehr is going to bring in this fight. He is going to break the fucking Frenchie in the second round, come out of here with a fucking TKO or submission win, and we're gonna get the greatest post-fight speech we've ever heard in our fucking lives. Hey, Nashville, take a look at this bicep, baby. Nate the Train gets it done. Morgan's the better fighter, though, but Nate's going to win.
All right, listen, I love it. I'll be rooting for Nate, America. Dude, you don't like live that ranch life and not root for an American. So I'll be rooting for Nate.
And people are going to say like but he looked terrible in the Choi fight. I was very high on Choi in that fight. And I'm one of the only ones that predicted that Choi was going to use wrestling and grappling. I think that surprised Nate a little bit in that fight. He expected more of like a back and forth striking match, and I think Choi would smoke Morgan too. Choi's fucking really good. I mean, his boxing's fucking really fucking crisp, and now he's mixed in the wrestling and grappling as well. So yeah, he looked terrible. Morgan is the better fighter, but I mean, Nate's my fucking dude. One of my favorite lock of the weeks of all time. I gotta stick with my boy one more time.
Listen, I hear you, and if you're on the Nate side, then go for it. The one issue I saw was that Morgan did get dropped by Nathaniel Wood, and I fully recognize that Nathaniel Wood is a very good striker. I get it.
Yeah, that was speed over power for sure.
Correct. And Nate is just going to come in a little wild, a little sloppy, a little loose, so I don't see that happening again. That's the only real reason that it's like Morgan should be good here. This should be a really good fight. It's on the main card for a reason. Frankly, Chris Curtis should be on the main card right now, but yes, you, small, red. He must have one of those viruses from the websites he goes to. I think he froze. Did you click? That was solid advice. And here's some other solid
Here's
advice.
what I'll say before you do the transition. You'll know the level of panic Morgan has in this fight of how early he shoots a takedown. If he fucking shoots a takedown in the first 2 minutes of this fight, because he's fucking that place is gonna go fucking crazy for Nate Landwehr. That place is gonna go fucking crazy for Nate Landwehr, and Nate Landwehr is going to be in his face off the start. And if Morgan is shooting a takedown in the first 2 minutes of this fight, that means he is fucking panicking already. And if he does not fucking get it, this fight is fucking over.
I don't disagree with you. I think that's a great, nice little tidbit there at the end. I do not disagree because Morgan should be the better striker. So if he's shooting takedowns, that means he doesn't like how the striking is going. And a desperate takedown attempt is never a good takedown attempt. So this should be a very fun fight to watch. I'm looking forward to it. And if you want to have a little action, you want to see what the boys are doing with their money, just go to WeWantPicks.com, click remember it's $10 for an entire month's worth of access. You'll get every pick, every bet, every tool, and it just helps support your boys.
This guy's lost 11 fucking times.
A lot of them are bullshit or close decisions, though. But I hear you.